Hi, this is Dolly from Good Life Gardenscapes. I'm going to do a follow-up on this. I just posted my other video. But how to get the stitching, it's even. If you'll notice, the stitches are very even. They're on mark with the with the sewing holes on the paper. I use another needle. In order to get this, I've already inserted my needle right here. This is the insert point. You see the little hole, because I use a really big knot, and when I'm feeding it through, I try to feed it through the batting. I catch the batting, and that what it does is it causes the knot to tangle up in here so that it doesn't pull through so easily. Because quilts, we wash them, the kids get on them, we gift them to people with pets, because sometimes I'll do like a dog print or things like that, and people like that kind of stuff, and I want it to be durable. So usually when I feed my needle here, okay, I feed it through here like this, straight up, because you want a straight stitch, because if you go sideways or going crooked, the stitch is not going to be even. So I go straight down here, and in order for me to push it up through here, what I do is this is a regular sewing machine needle. You'll see it right there. If you'll notice, there's actually a ridge on the curved side. That's the flat side. This is the curved side. There's a ridge there. So what I do is I will feed it through here. I push it, the other needle's going down, I feed it through here and I push that through. And then what I'll do is grab my needle. I don't pull too much because I don't want to overlap the threads and cause a problem with it not being presentable on the back side. So what I'll do is I adjust the needle. You'll see the ridges right there. And what I'll do, hold on, I have to go slow. So I use that ridge in the sewing needle as my guide. So I put that straight down also. And then let me show you. I'll hold this. I find the ridge. And once you get used to it, it's a lot faster than this showing you how to do this. I find the ridge on the bottom side. And once you get accustomed to doing this, I literally let that guide my needle up. And a little difficulty, but here it goes. I guide my needle up. I'm careful. So it's coming on the hole. I guided the needle up. Sorry about that. I pull it together, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the hole is kind of big from the sewing needle, and your needle will actually fall through again. So I guide it through, and then I just pull it up like this. And usually I'll hold the other thread with my hand, but this time it did not. So I will pull that through like that. I'll pull it through like that. And then I do that process. And it's really actually quick. You're not trying to figure out where to bring it up. And so I will do it again. I go down. I push this one in next to it, and like I said, once you're in full swing, it's really not that long, and it takes a lot of the error out of, if you're trying to accomplish what I want, a good stitch, a straight stitch. I want it to match in the front and the back, and I don't want them to be all crooked, because that was my biggest problem when I first started quilting. I was just always pulling stuff out because I didn't like it because it wasn't straight. But this way, there's no wasted time in trying to correct errors is the deal, is what I'm trying to bring across. So that's how I do that, and it's real easy. It's stuff you have at home. If you're a quilter, you're a sewer. So that's how I do it when I'm using this rack, so that my stitches come out nice and straight when they're connecting. because when I first started, I'm like, how do I do this? And it's just so much brainstorming, trying to not have to buy a bunch of stuff and lights and just having to look under all the time. And it's not like having a handheld hoop, which messes up the flatness of your quilt, and then you have bunching back. So this is what I do to get. I've only worked on this maybe an hour and a half straight, and look, it's quick. So each day I when I get home from work at night, I'll try to work on it and do half a page before I go to bed. So, but this makes it real easy. You're just guiding your needle, do, and once you get used to it, it's real easy. Thanks for your time. Good Life Gardenscapes. This is Dolly.